Hello. If you've been following the I Support Our Wallingford Volunteer First Responder Facebook page, you'll have seen and heard information on issues our volunteers face, like recruitment, pathways to membership, training and certification, as well as the role our volunteers play in emergency response using the example of a residential house fire. I'd like to ask the Town of Wallingford to make a commitment to its volunteers. To commit to funding 3 continuous years of firefighter recruitment, training, and certification to be held in Wallingford exactly as it was from 1992 to 2012. I believe the successes seen from 92 to 2012 can be carried through to 2020 to address issues of attrition and sustainability within the volunteer ranks. If this funding is approved, if this investment is made in our volunteer system, it would allow volunteers to recruit numbers of people throughout the year to a specific class date. I would also suggest a more streamlined and effective pathway to membership, with applications being submitted to volunteer officers at the volunteer fire station level. Interviews could occur at the time of application, and the applications would be forwarded for a background check. At the completion of a background check, the applicant would be required to spend 1 evening a week over the period of a month at a volunteer station, working alongside volunteer officers, doing maintenance, equipment inspections, and station checks. This would allow volunteer officers to evaluate the applicant to determine if they have the drive to become a volunteer firefighter in Wallingford. After the completion of a 30-day evaluation period, the application would be forwarded for a physical and the applicant put in a queue for training, with the understanding that after certification they'd be required to provide 1 year of full service to the Town of Wallingford. The applicant has already funded their own way. The taxes they've paid into the Town of Wallingford have been budgeted to the Wallingford Fire Department already, so they've paid for their own training ahead of time. At the completion of this 3 years of training, the Town of Wallingford would be able to assess whether or not it had a positive impact on the issues of volunteer attrition and sustainability. If we don't see a change soon in policies which negatively impact our volunteers' abilities to recruit, train, and certify new members, volunteer attrition will continue and the volunteer division of the Wallingford Fire Department will eventually become ineffective. You'll see more station closures, and the Town of Wallingford will have to more heavily rely on surrounding towns for assistance, or raise the tax burden, or increase the tax burden on the Town of Wallingford resident to fill the gap created by a lack of volunteers. If you agree that our volunteers need more support, please reach out to your elected officials and further this message. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your support.